One of the things I always emphasize on when I talk about how to get an NGO job is to optimize LinkedIn. I've said this countless times, but I've gotten a lot of feedback from people saying they don't know how to optimize LinkedIn. It's very simple, and I'll be taking you through that process in this video. So stick around. Hi, my name is Nurse Veronica Obi, and on this channel I share valuable information that will help you transition from the clinical setting or any setting you are working in to the NGO or tech sector. If you find my videos valuable, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment, and share my content with your network. If you are struggling with finding the right jobs to apply for in the NGO sector, it is possible that LinkedIn is a secret weapon you've not started utilizing. The job I currently work on, I got that opportunity from LinkedIn. I've also had the privilege to have other opportunities that I've referred people to or even benefited from myself via LinkedIn. So don't sleep on this platform. You see, LinkedIn, this is your digital CV. If a recruiter stumbles on your LinkedIn profile, they should know if you are the best fit for the job that they have or not. If you've been applying for jobs recently, you will see that almost everyone is asking for your LinkedIn profile. So if you do not have a LinkedIn account in 2025, let me not judge you, but follow the steps I'm about to show you and set up a LinkedIn profile. The first thing to do is, if you've not downloaded LinkedIn, go and download it now. Put in your information and let me guide you on how to set that up. First of all, LinkedIn is not like other social media channels where you can have your nickname, like I use Auntie Blackfire on Instagram. I cannot go and use Auntie Blackfire on LinkedIn when recruiters are not going to be searching for me with that name, especially because I don't use that name in the workplace. So LinkedIn is your corporate social media platform. So use your names you use at work. On LinkedIn, you will find me as Veronica Obi. So search for me and let's connect. The first thing that will get the recruiter's attention on your LinkedIn profile is your professional headline. So make it as specific as possible. For example, I use project management specialist, digital health advocate, reproductive maternal child and newborn health specialist, nurse midwife, content developer, and YouTuber. So you can use headlines that are specific to what you do. It doesn't have to be just one thing. You can see that I have the ability to function in different roles in the NGO sector. So you should highlight what you can specifically do in the NGO sector. You can say things like project manager, policy advocate, public health specialist, nurse midwife, health promoter, sexual and reproductive health and rights specialist, grant management specialist, and a lot of other headlines. Based on what you do or your abilities, you should highlight this on your professional headline on LinkedIn. The second aspect of your profile setup for LinkedIn is the About section. This section is very important. Don't leave it empty. In this section, you give a brief summary of your interest or your passion for the development sector, that's the NGO sector, your experience, your education, if you want to add that, the organizations that you've worked with, and the impact that you've made. Just very simple and brief. On the screen, you will see a sample of my own about information. So you have to have this information at the tip of your fingers. It is like what you have on your CV, but this time put together in a brief summary. Let me give you a tip on how to work on this about section. You can go on ChatGPT and highlight all your skills, experience, your educational qualification, your interest in the NGO sector, and then tell ChatGPT to write a professional about info for you for LinkedIn. Now, I am not an advocate for copy and paste from ChatGPT. In fact, I would always like people to first rack their minds and bring out something, bring out information before they even go to ChatGPT for support, right? When ChatGPT gives you a professional about information about yourself, don't just copy and paste. Read it, edit it, make changes, right? Remove things that are not necessary, add what is necessary, and relate to you directly before you put it up on your LinkedIn profile. The next section here is your experience section. Don't leave anything out except you don't want that part to be captured in your professional information. Wherever you've worked, projects you've worked on, please put them in this experience section. And now, what I usually tell people close to me is don't just write you worked with the International Red Cross or you've worked with this organization. Always highlight impact there. Don't just put the name of the organizations you've worked in. And I always tell people, if your impact cannot be measured, it's not going to really appeal to people. So show the impact you did with numbers. For example, trained and supervised 500 pharmacies in provision of family planning and primary health care services, right? Supervised 10 people in provision of these services. There are different things you can write based on the work that you've done. After the experience section, we now come down to skills. Please don't play small when it comes to skills. And to even make it easier, LinkedIn will just provide the skills for you to click on. So you just search, the skill pops up and you click on it and it becomes part of your profile. So highlight what you know how to do or you've done in the past, like project management, content development, social media management, communications. A lot of skills are highlighted on LinkedIn. You can see some of the samples here. So when you go there, just search and click on the skill and it is added to your profile. There is also a featured section or project section. There you can now add some things that you've done. If you want to add pictures, presentations you've done, projects you've worked on. Like you see on my old project section, I added my professional portfolio there for the content development work I've done. I also added a link to my blog where I write. So these are some of the things that you can highlight. If you did a presentation somewhere, you have your research work that has been published online, an abstract, please add it to this section. Now, when you are done setting up your LinkedIn profile, that's not all. The next thing is you should network. Networking is very important on LinkedIn. See, I know that a lot of us like other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the rest of them. But if you're a professional seeking for more opportunities, seeking to develop yourself, you should be sleeping on LinkedIn, if I should say so, right? Probably not sleeping, but at least spend a good time on LinkedIn. You will learn, you will find people that you can also learn from and can also link you to opportunities. Now go on the search bar and search for NGOs and follow them, right? Search for WHO, search for UNICEF, search for UNFPA, and as many organizations as you know and follow them. Or you can also type NGO, right? And many NGOs will come up. You look at their profiles, you look at what they do, and if they resonate with you, you follow. You can also put NGO recruiters, right? You will now see people that are recruiting for NGOs. Click on them, follow them, send them a connection, right? Click to connect with them. Also follow the people that work with these NGOs. So when you go to the NGO pages, you click on people, you will find people that work with the NGOs. LinkedIn will also recommend these people to you. So click and connect with these people. Follow them. You can also want to shoot your shot at them, but make sure you send them a very good message. Something like, hello, my name is this. Introduce yourself and what you do. I just came across your page. I see the work you do with this organization and I'm so inspired and I admire your work. I would like to connect with you so I can follow you, learn from you, and be motivated for my own work. This is what you can do to connect with people on LinkedIn. The next thing to do on LinkedIn is to also search and apply for jobs. So you can go to the search tab and search for NGO jobs. You can also search for humanitarian aid. You can search for international development jobs, and jobs will come up. You can also search for, NGO project manager, program officer jobs. Just when you search, LinkedIn will bring up recommendations. You search for them, see what works for you, and then apply for these roles. Another good thing is to follow pages that post job openings daily. I'll recommend a few of these pages that I know are verified. One of them is Opportunity for Youth. The second is Global South Opportunities. The third is Jobs to Apply. I know that the jobs posted here on these platforms are verified, so you can follow these platforms for job notifications. Another thing to do with LinkedIn is to create content. Just as you create content you post on other social media platforms, you post on LinkedIn. Show your work, showcase your thoughts as well. For example, you can put up something like, I attended the International Women's Day conference organized by the UNFPA yesterday, and I had the opportunity to share how women can leverage technology for self-development. You go and put up a few points of what you did. This is an example of a post you can make on LinkedIn. If you did anything, you volunteered somewhere, you did an outreach on your own, make this post on LinkedIn. You did a presentation anywhere, post this on LinkedIn. Also post your work. You can also post your thoughts. Share your thoughts on things that relate with work and life generally, but let it be inspiring and impactful. I know that some people may be uncomfortable with this and may not want to share. In 2025, I don't know why you don't want to share. Social media, especially LinkedIn, is your CV, is your ticket to get a well-paying job. So show yourself. But if you don't want to, at least you can reshare other people's content and engage with the content by liking and commenting as well. Last but not the least, turn on your open to work notification on LinkedIn. So when recruiters are looking for people who are open to work, they will find you. I hope that with these few steps, you can now optimize your LinkedIn and position yourself to get a well-paying job, especially in the NGO sector. If you have any questions or concerns, don't forget to leave them in the comments and I'll either respond there or I will make a video to answer your question. Thank you for staying up to this moment. Please don't hesitate to like, leave a comment, share this video with your network. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you should. The information I put here are very valuable and they will help you to better position yourself for a better career life. Thank you and see you on the next video. Bye.